So welcome everyone. It is February the 23rd, 2024, and we are working on the universal law of transmutation and dissipation, the eighth dimension, which is all about creation, prudence, that we studied with the Halion chakra just below the heart. Now it's also spins in the Sarun, which is above the heart, and this high heart Sarun chakra. So this, we're learning, this is part 4 of the Sarun chakra. All things in correct measure, refined balance, gratitude, harmony. So we're going to be working with all of that. So let's just jump forward to our mission for world peace. So I don't know if anybody watched the near-death experience where she predicted.
No, I did. Yeah,
Yeah, I did too.
I thought it was really neat. Good video.
Yeah, and she predicted it for 2025, 26. So let's keep going and we'll just hold that high vision for the planet. It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Archangel Michael wants us to ask, what is the expression of our infinite potential every day? So if you remember, that's a fun thing to do. And then he says, do what he asks you to do, even if it seems crazy, do it. As long as it's safe, you know, as long as we're hearing correctly. And for peace to happen, it's time for our divine child, the inner child, into the adult to rise, and everyone standing for what's right, peace within, without, love, creation, joy, gratitude, all the divine qualities. Okay, so and remember how cherished you are, and the more safe we feel within, that's what creates the safety, the peace without. So really focusing on feeling loved and safe within. So there we go. This is the beautiful golden spiral that's a Buddhist symbol for gratitude. It's just like our golden ascension spiral. We've got the peace sign underneath that and the planet. This is a fun image to remember. For peace, love, joy, and because we're working with transmutation and dissipation, it is connected to gratitude and forgiveness. Peace being connected to forgiveness, the deeper we go into forgiveness of everything, it creates peace within. And the more we're in our joy, that's actually a state of gratitude. The ability to bless everything, good, bad, and ugly, which I'm working on right now because I'm finding out more and more things about my past that I didn't know. So getting to that place of, and it's no mistake that we're working on transmutation and dissipation right now. So I don't know if anybody else has been going deep into old family patterns, but okay, good. Yeah, so this is what happens when we study this law of transmutation. It drives up and brings awareness because, okay, there's all the dimensions, remembering that they're circular. And it's good to remember to be in gratitude. So that's a key for transmutation. There we are, the high heart above the heart. So prudence spins in the Halion, right below the heart, and the high heart. There's prudence and prudence. Here we are, the law of transmutation and dissipation, and below the heart, it's attachment and detachment. And there's the eighth, it's creation. And it's remembering our self-love and self-worth. That's the balance of the mother, the father. Which one did I say first? Self-love, the mother, self-worth, the father. Perfect balance. And here's what Sarun is. So it's a combination of rays. It's peach and coral, rich gold, pale yellow, pinks and fuchsias. Think peaches and a beautiful like fuchsia sunset or sunrise even. So this is a center for peace and harmony, even though there's no blue in this. This chakra is a center for peace and harmony, balance, and prudence. So you can see that there's blue in the prudence. The main thing we want to remember about this is acceptance of our core power. And it's our responsibility to create, you know, what our heart's desires, connected to our mission and purpose, working in harmony. So this quality of self-worth is really important for creations, but it's in balance with the self-love. remembering that we're united with all above and below, within and without. Okay, so that goes right into family. We're working on neutralizing all old family energy. And transmutation and dissipation is connected to our original intent, which was purity and grace and acceptance of our core power. So being that this is a portal to the 8th dimension of creation, we're looking for truth and power being how deeply we can bless everything. So it goes back to, the trauma that we've experienced. Mostly everyone has been in some kind of trauma here. So it's the ability to bless it and realize that everything was in divine order. We attracted that to balance karma mostly. And we wanted to drop into dysfunction so that we would do the letting go. If we dropped into just a perfectly loving situation, a family that was completely loving, that would be a very different path than all of us are on. So when you drop into the dysfunction, you'll spend a lifetime working on those beliefs. Steve can attest to that. Yeah. And so transmutation is very much connected to our ability to be in gratitude for everything we've been through, and dissipation, forgiveness of everything. So we are here in this lifetime to be grateful for the entire journey. Gratitude is a way to transmute the pain. And it can be instantaneous if we're really, really deeply in our gratitude for everything. Yes, Steve.
I put a comment from Archangel Michael in the chat,
Okay.
which relates to core power.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You've been studying it?
No, but I recall this particular quotation.
Okay. I can't actually get to chat. I think it's because I'm in this slideshow. Did you want to read it or anything, or is it quite long?
No. The awareness, when you choose to acknowledge it, and the, shall we call it, the angelic abilities, are present in the human race in the individual form at this time, so that the leap into Nova being is in fact not as great as it might have been in other ages. So he's saying, look, call upon your core power as an angel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically our truth. So remembering how divine we are. And yeah, it's connected to creation, remembering who we are, and our thoughts create. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Good work. And okay. This is just a little overview of the 8th dimension is creation. You can call on the Sarun chakra for next steps in healing, because there's layers to the healing. We're peeling back layers. Remembering that this Sarun is perfect balance, self-love, self-worth. We're bringing all old energy back to original purity. Purity is connected to loving who we perceive are our opponents. And when you're working with this, do the invocation. Just say, I invoke the universal law of transmutation and dissipation. And you can use prudence in there too, because prudence is all about that quick apology for the thought patterns that are not of love to self, to whomever we've harmed, and out to the universe. Yeah, so it's all connected. And transmutation is very much about coming into that deep, deep place of gratitude, the golden energy. And then this pink is remembering our divinity, really deeply remembering we're from source. We are made up of source energy, of the mother and the father and the one. And this is the balance, remembering that we are peace and we are joy in the physical form. None of the old belief systems, they're human creation. We're remembering our divinity. So we want to get into the yellow energy, the blue, and then combine it into the green, into the oneness, into the heart. into the love and the compassion for everything, the non-judgment, mastery of non-judgment. Easier said than done, but it is possible. When we're there, the feelings of how divine we are, they just come floating. It's really, it feels very uplifting, magical, wondrous. All those words that Archangel Yophiel used for the fourth dimension. So we have it all embedded within us, within the chakra system. So this is just an image to help us remember this chakra is all about this golden balance. Be in gratitude. So the harmony and the peace are connected to the be in, see the blue, and there's the gratitude, there's the balance. Remember Sanat Kumara's golden scales of balance. When you invoke Sanat Kumara, he will show up holding these beautiful scales in front of you. And our mastery is this magenta color, which we go into a little bit. It's the perfect blend of blue and red. That's our mastery of the mother's clarity. And so the mother's clarity from above and Gaia's vitality, that bright red. And you combine the two, and that's our mastery. Yes, Ken.
Was thinking about is, oh darn it, I forgot what I was going to say. I'll get back to it. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Just put your hand up anytime.
Okay.
This is what I was wanting to say right back from a while ago. But the blue of the mother's clarity is really a way to expansion, to peace, to harmony, to remembering our serenity, hope, forgiveness, trust, faith. So calling on the mother's clarity is a wonderful thing to do. Just remembering to breathe the blue. The blue, the blue, the blue. And it's in the tri-flame in your heart. So if we're dropping into the heart and contemplating the tri-flame, it's right there. It's and she calls it blue diamond for a reason, because it's diamond energy. So the blue is diamond, the pink of the flame is diamond, the yellow is diamond. It's just reminding us who we are. Okay, and believing is a big part of that. I just wrote this big word, believe, because when you believe, when you have really deep faith in everything we're doing, that in itself brings incredible clarity and healing as well, when we trust. Okay, so here's just a little bit of a reminder of the meditation that we studied. What was our original intent? Did you come into this lifetime to experience love and no pain, or to experience exquisite partnership, or to shout from the rooftops the messages of love? So those are just a few of the things that SK mentioned. And then he said, hold that intention, the intention of you and your life with the entire council of love, with the clarity of the Divine Mother's gift, with our beloved Sanat Kumara, and invoke. Don't forget to invoke this law. Whenever you're working on any kind of healing, this is a great law to invoke, and it will assist us in stripping away all the sludge, all the crust, all the brittleness, all the pain, all the hurt, all the disillusionment, so that we can bring it back to the purity that it once was right now. And this law, things happen pretty quickly. So not to worry if it feels like it's going rather getting chaotic. It's actually a good thing. Just roll with the punches and keep going, and keep, you can invoke it every day so that there's forward motion into the healing. And then it's a really good idea to remember the magenta. So breathe and blow the magenta, which is our mastery. It's remembering the combination of the mother's blue and Gaia's red for the disappearing, the dissipating, the disappearing, simply disappearing all the old gunk that's attached to our original intention, so the original one can re-emerge in its purity and grace, and just to let it happen. So just allow and watch the magic happen around you, because what happens when we invoke is the other side can step in and affect change through people in ways that we're not expecting. So it's good just to be awake and aware when we invoke this the invoke transmutation. Okay, so there we are. Just keep remembering you're right in the middle, and we're evolving. We're here to create peace on the planet with gratitude and forgiveness, transmutation and dissipation with our mastery. So to look at the wonder and the creativity, the love that you brought to that original intention that was in alignment with the mother's plan and your plan. And as you look at it, call upon the energy of clarity of the Divine Mother, the wondrous quality, the divine 13 blessings and virtues. They're all right in divine alignment within the chakra system inside of us, like Christmas lights. And especially remember truth. Truth is clarity. So truth is knowing that everything is in divine order and that we're never alone. Because part of the illusion here is that we're separate from the other side. We're separate from people. You know, we have created separation. And for peace to happen, we're working on everyone getting along. It's not be in people's back pockets. It's just that we're all getting along. So we're infusing ourselves with clarity, and we'll get insights as to our next steps and transmuting everything back to original purity. Okay, so this was in the meditation. Now, this is a little overview of what the universal law of transmutation and dissipation is. It's a way for us to transmute, change, disappear old ways of being, old energy, not of love, situations back to original purity. We find at the kernel of mostly everything is love. So that's, you know, can be connected to our self-worth. It is the cleanup law, the reconstruction law, the beautification of the community law, a way for us to bring back the original grace and beauty, the balance, the intentions not only of Gaia, but also of our own sacred selves. The law of transmutation, we are peeling away, scrubbing, cleaning up, finding the treasure that is buried underneath the debris. So the treasure usually is connected to our self-worth. Okay, so here's SK. He's saying, greetings, I am Sanat Kumara, I am Raj, and I am delighted and pleased to speak to you this day of this law of transmutation and dissipation. Dear heart, think of the original creation of the mother, not only of this planet of might and of beautiful Gaia, but of the omniverse, the multiverse, your universe. Let us look to Gaia and the original intent, which was to be a place for angels to experience physicality, delight, and to move in a variety of forms, to have the knowing of physicality in a different way. In the beginning, there was only purity upon sweet Gaia. The creation was not a creation of illusion. It was not a creation of duality, polarity. Earth was intended as a playground, far more than even Sirius could ever be. And it was a playground of love, of delight, of pleasure, not hedonism, but pleasure, of reveling in the magnificence of creation, of physicality, and it mattered not whether you chose to be Mount Olympus or a snail and then a human being. So basically you could be a whale, a dolphin, a drop of water, a mountain range, whatever you wanted to experience it. That was the original intent for this planet. While we have talked a great deal about the building, creation, construction of illusion, separation, angst, anxiety, anger, so there is no question that each of you and the collective of humanity are mighty creators. We have really mastered what doesn't work. You have already proven that, and you prove it every moment you breathe. You're creating life, and you're co-creating it with the air, with Gaia, with the exchange of the molecules of oxygen. So the question of whether you have the capacity to create is moot. We are master creators, and we've really mastered what doesn't work. So know that in every breath we breathe is the mother's moisture, the water energy, and the light of the Father. And combined, it's love. So we're breathing love every breath. We just need to remember it consistently. So part of that creation, part of your might is knowing when something is worth saving. And what I would suggest to you, my beloved ones, is that there is very little within any of you or upon Gaia that is not worth saving. You have the situation of sunken treasure. And yes, I particularly use this example because of the channel who lives on Treasure Coast. So Linda actually lives in Florida. The treasure is filled with sludge and barnacles, but there is gold, ingots, and gems and rubies underneath it. Is it worth the effort for extraction? Yes. Now, you do not simply want to poof away or utilize the law of elimination to destroy what is valuable. That is not the purpose. The desire is to preserve and to bring back what was originally of such grace and beauty that it is worth anything to view it, to own it. Own it within yourself once again. And the ownership, dear heart, that I refer to is the ownership of your sacred self. So I give you this law of transmutation. It is the cleanup law. It is the reconstruction. It is the beautification of the community law. And it is a joint project. What is required and the scope of what can be cleaned up is going to explode with your expanded clarity, this magnificent gift directly from the heart of the mother. We are on call, high alert, particularly your star brothers and sisters, waiting, assisting to begin this reclamation project. And as she has said, it matters not whether it is a relationship, a planet, a pill, all are worthy. And we do not judge saying to you that you cannot use the law, the infinite law of transmutation to do this. There is nothing barring you from using it. From the smallest speck of sand to the largest galaxy, we are with you. So, and he says, so go in peace. But Susie has a question. And Susie says, I admit to being fairly unprepared for today's topic, but what is on my mind is how to actually put these laws to practical use in our daily lives. So this law of transmutation is clearly a very useful one that would be hugely beneficial for any and all of us to be practicing. The thing that's most up for me right now is how to transmute a troubled relationship when I just want peace. Would you kindly speak to this and perhaps say if resolution and transmutation is always possible in such relationships, and if I may, in the relationship on my mind now? And Raj says you are never presented with a situation, be it a relationship, an illness, a challenge, that is not capable of transmutation. Let us be very clear about this. Now, are there times after the transmutation takes place, there is a cooperative, loving, joint decision to take a different pathway, but that does not occur until the transmutation has transpired. So this is what you do, my beloved. Again, put the situation and understand all of you are dealing with many, many, many past lives, situations, vasanas, false grids, issues, debris, both on and off planet. And many of you right now are reaching a point where, in fact, you are clearing issues that never occurred on Earth. And that is also why it is so puzzling to you. So that's a very interesting statement. No wonder sometimes it's very confusing what we're actually letting go, because it's from such a long time ago. It's for the collective. It's like, you know, many, many, many past lives. Anyway, so he tells what to do with it. So he says, you take it, you put it in your hands as if you were creating like a miniature stage. So it's like you put your hands out like this, or a dollhouse, and you hold it within your hands as if you've just cupped your hands to take a fresh drink of water out of a stream. So you cup your hands and you place the energy. So you're taking it outside of yourself and putting it in your hands. So you are stepping back in effect. You're placing it in your hands. So like the situation. So whether it's an illness or a relationship or a thing that you're transmuting, a pill. So you're in imagination, putting it in your cupped hands out in front of you like this. And you are invoking. And now he talks about invoking. And let us emphasize, invoking is a very powerful action. When you invoke myself, so Sanat Kumara, Saint Germain, the mother, or a law, you can just invoke the law if you want. You don't even have to invoke any beings. It is our agreement in accordance with the law that we show up. So whenever you invoke, know that something's going to happen. There's going to be an energy shift all around you. Beings will show up to help with this. So you invoke our help, the law, and you hold it. Now, if it is an intense situation, such as a troublesome relationship, marriage, or a chronic illness, you may do this for several days. And you can do it for more than several days. But you will know when it is completed. Do not forget, the mother is giving you the clarity to know. So you hold it and you simply allow, as if you are the observer watching a play. So remember, you're holding it outside of yourself. You do not need to see every nuance, every article of clothing, every raised eyebrow, every stomach pain. You just observe. You can even take a break, come back, but keep it in your hands away, slightly away from your body. So if you were sitting, for example, your elbows are on your knees and your hands are out there. So I tried to get it right, but I guess if you're sitting with your legs out straight, your elbows are lower. But also notice as you are sitting, your hands are pretty much in alignment with your heart. So that it is an alignment with your core, with the seat of your soul, and with your love, because you do this out of love. So the core of your being is the silver in the tri-flame in the heart chakra. Seat of your soul is at the top of the solar plexus, so above the belly button. So just know it's out in front of you, right sort of in the middle of your heart. You do not use the law of transmutation simply because a situation is painful or troublesome. We do it out of love. Always bring it back to the love. I'm doing this because I am wanting peace on the planet, wanting unity on the planet, all of that. And so then you allow it to transmute. You will see it in physical reality. And then you may come back and say, well, then the troublesome part is transmuted. I no longer have my headache or the aches and pains. Perhaps I no longer need my medication. But now what I am going to do is transmute the situation into perfection. So you keep going. You take that grain of sand that you have stripped down to its purity, and then you create the pearl, which is beautiful, lustrous health, relationship, planet. So it's interesting how he says health, relationship, planet. So we start with ourselves and our, feeling really healthy and vital. And then that automatically extends out to our relationships, because the more imbalanced we are within ourselves, with awareness of our past, we've transmuted it. We're in gratitude. We're not holding resentment any longer. We're blessing ourselves, everyone connected to our past. We're in that beautiful state of forgiveness. Then that energy is what extends out everywhere. And then into all the relationships, families, friends, work, co-workers. And then that everybody starts feeling it, and that's how it's created on the planet. So it's a very gentle way for a planet to come to peace, because it's starting within ourselves. And the more we're in that balance, it's interesting how you can just stand back and watch and allow people their pathways, because eventually everyone is going to understand this. Purity is the loving who we perceive as our opponents. So this is what I've got in my cards for purity. And there's a whole explanation of purity by St. Teresa as well. But it's our active participation. So just like we're working with the law of transmutation, and he talks about purity over and over and over, when we're invoking this law and we're working on ourselves first for our own health and then extending it out to healthy relationships, just know that's part of purity. Active participation in transmutation. And part of it is really getting into that balance of your masculine and your feminine inside yourself. So your blue flame and your golden flame in equality inside. So it's remembering that gender equality inside with gratitude and forgiveness of the past, basically. And that's what the mother calls the eternal tango of love within. Our blue flame and our yellow flame, the joy and the peace, the forgiveness and the gratitude for the past. And what SK called truth as well. So truth is right there in the tri-flame, and love is the heart chakra, the emerald green. So everything we need to know about perfect balance is centered in the heart. The more we're dropping into the heart and working with the tri-flame, or sailing into the golden temple in behind the heart, remembering our self-worth, the buried treasure, we're getting closer and closer to being in perfect divine alignment. Our ascension, joy, divine alignment. I am lustrous health. I am lustrous relationships. I am lustrous planet. I am truth. I live in the now. All these beautiful mantras are fun to repeat. And it's all connected to, I am clarity. I am the mother's clarity. I am an expansion of the mother's clarity. That blue energy, which is the blue of Michael too, is the blue of peace and hope and serenity. They all tie together. So there we are, remembering the mother's blue. If we all just breathe the blue, oh my goodness, like consciously, and sent it out to the planet, that would create peace for the planet. But it's our consistency. That consistency that Archangel Raphael said, humans struggle with consistency. Okay, so there we go. Oh, and this is fun. Yes, Leanne. Oh, you're on mute. There you go.
Sorry. I think Zoom has changed on my computer. I couldn't find the raise your hand for a minute. Back quite a few slides, it was talking about, I didn't understand the part about it has never been on the earth. Part about
Polarity and
Duality?
we're not on the earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Polarity and duality. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Where was that? Let's see.
You were saying the earth originally was a playground for angels, and there was originally no polarity or duality.
Yes. In the beginning, there was only purity upon sweet Gaia. The creation was not a creation of illusion. It was not a creation of duality, polarity.
I think it was the next slide that it talks about it.
Okay. Well, there it says it there, the duality, polarity.
Yeah.
While we have talked a great deal about the building, creation, construction of illusion, separation.
No. Okay.
Was it that one?
No.
This is the sunken treasure. I think maybe it was before this one. Nope. Okay.
No.
The other
Anyways.
one that was interesting was, where does he say it? This is where you can transmute anything.
Mhm.
Where was it? Because I think I know what you're talking about. We can this is saying we can transmute anything. Here. Understand all of you are dealing with many, many, many past lives, situations, vasanas, false grids, issues, debris, both on and off planet. That one?
Yeah, this is it. That never clearing issues that never occurred on Earth.
Yes, 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 yes. So there was a war, a 10,000-year war where we created chaos. I think even blew up a planet or each other's spaceships. Like it was a real devastation. And the Galactics took a long time to come to peace because it was so hard to apologize. They all felt like they were being right about what happened to them and what they had to realize. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. We created chaos. We have to apologize. And that's what we're learning to do. And that's what Saint Bernadette was saying. So whenever the mind goes into its, what is it called when you,
Rumination.
yeah, or when you're being right in your mind.
Self-righteousness?
Yeah, there's another word too. It just goes on and on about being right. That's the time to stop it and just stop it and apologize. Because that's what our leaders are doing on planet. They're all being right. So it's all war.
So sorry, I guess when it says you're clearing issues that never occurred on Earth, and that is why it is so puzzling to you. So does that mean puzzling because we had complete peace? Like as a collective, it's puzzling, or what does that mean?
Oh, it's hard for us to get underneath why we're feeling the way that we are.
I see. Thank
I
you.
mean, it's even hard to, what I'm finding in my family right now, it's hard to get to what actually happened.
Right.
Because I'm not getting what happened from anyone because they're covering it all up. So that's what we tend to do. Like it's hard to get answers from our guides because of the belief systems that we can't actually hear them.
Right.
Because of our own belief systems. Shame.
Yeah.
Guilt. Yeah. Ken, did you have something you wanted to say?
I keep losing it because I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
Okay, yes. No worries. No worries. There's a lot of so the main thing is when you're working with transmutation is you can just hold it outside of yourself, like a little miniature of the situation and invoke, and then you want to come back to it every day and then just allow the energy to transmute. So Ken, for instance, with your kidneys, you can just place them outside of yourself in your hands. That's right. And then invoke so that your hands are in alignment with your heart. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, outside of yourself, same level as your heart, right? That's right. Perfect. And then you can say, I invoke the universal law of transmutation for my perfect health.
I invoke
The universal law
of transmutation for my perfect health.
Yes. And you can do that every single day as you see yourself working on the letting go, going out and doing the therapy, feeling better and better, and to really listen as well to your guides as to, how much water to drink, what food to eat, because they'll help you with all that too.
Yeah, I can say that I honestly haven't been listening to them for that.
Okay. Well, that's part of the healing.
It certainly is.
Yeah. And when you invoke, you will notice the help that comes. Mhm. So just pay attention. We're remembering to listen, you know, it's a process. But that's how powerful this law is. Like I'm working on the family coming to peace in my situation. So that's been an ongoing thing. Every time I come back to this law, we shift a little more. Yes.
Well, see, my problem isn't that, it's that, how do I want to say this? That I'm disrupting my sleep. I don't get enough sleep. I feel run down, and I can't concentrate. I have trouble concentrating. So I still have to get over that before I think I can get to the other stuff.
Okay, well, you can invoke for that as well, for my sleep. I invoke the universal law of transmutation. Please help me with my sleep.
I invoke the universal law of transmutation. Please help me with my sleep. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, but now the consistency. So Lillian, if you can help him remember to do it every day. Because it's, yeah, and holding it outside of yourself. Yeah. Imagining, seeing yourself sleeping perfectly outside of yourself.
Yeah, you are a powerful creator, so create that.
Well, thank you. We all are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what we're learning. Yes, Darren.
Could you speak a little bit about the diamond, why you have that diamond there?
Well, it's the clarity. So it's diamond energy, and the diamond is the hardest substance on the planet. The purest and the hardest. So it's mighty strength. And I think that's why she calls it diamond energy. So let's see if I can get to this. It's one of her facets of the blue diamond, the clarity. So other facets of the blue diamond is forgiveness, is trust, is faith, is hope, is serenity. So see how it's got many, the diamond has many sides to it when it's
Right.
cut. So and then there's the yellow diamond. So that's the father energy. And then the pink diamond is us. But I mean, we are blue, we are of the mother and the father. So we carry this diamond energy within us. And it's just reminding us of our purity, because diamonds are the purest substance and the hardest substance.
And they are valuable on top of that.
Yeah, so reminding us of our self-worth. Yeah, the treasure. Yeah, so it's just that they always talk in metaphors, and we've got to unravel the metaphors, and then you really get it. Like it was when Jesus was here, he talked in parables, didn't he? Steve, wasn't it called parables? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And what does it do? It makes you use both sides of your brain. I think that's what it is. It's equalizing the creation side and the logical side when they speak in metaphors and parables. Yes, Ken.
Well, not only that, but it also, so that other people who don't think the same way that we do can get the information out of it, or the energy.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It was brilliant. Yes, Ken or Darren, I don't know who. It all happened at once.
Yeah, and there's also many levels to these parables as well. So depending on your level of understanding, you can get different meanings out of the same parable.
And it's the same with these laws. When we study these laws, we're learning deeper and deeper simplicity of them every time. I think this is the third time we've studied transmutation, and it's getting simpler and simpler. Yeah. the more we study it, the more it's, I don't know, the
Clear.
easier to remember to use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting clearer. That's right. The clarity's coming in. It's expanding us. We're getting there. And the more you can kind of laugh and just realize we're here to have fun. It's not meant to be difficult. And we're here to create your heart's desire, whether it's perfect health. Oh, that's what this last slide was. So this was the Buddha's list. Perfect, our ascension list, perfect relationship within. So we want to get into that peace and joy inside of us. And yeah, the gratitude, the forgiveness, the grace, all the divine qualities, perfect relationship with the divine inside of ourselves. So it's not necessarily a perfect relationship outside, but when we're in perfect relationship with our divinity, we will naturally create that without us, with everyone we meet. So perfect relationship within, remembering our divinity, financial security, abundance, perfect health, happy family. These were that was the list from the Buddha in the law of attachment and detachment. And SK gave us this one: lustrous health, lustrous relationship, lustrous planet. And for the law of change, the mother had a list for us too. That was what was the law of change? I can't remember them all, but one of them was adventure, one of them was relationship, one of them was financial security, and I think there was one more. I can't remember it right now, but they're all leading to the same thing. They all gave us these lists. The simplest one is SK's: health, relationship, planet. As within, so without. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. There's purity, loving who we perceive as our opponents. And that can be even belief systems and how we feel about family, within, without. Oh, and there's my big thank you to everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and then the timer's gonna go off. Okay. So this was the golden light that came down on the ocean the day after my dad passed. And I was traveling to see my mother, and that light came down. It was so nice. It was like he was saying, I made it. It's great up here. I send you the light from heaven. And it was weird because I was just sitting in my car, but I was in a place where I had this really nice view. And so I leaped out and I was like, look at that light. Oh my goodness. So this is a state of transmutation, being in that state of thank you and gratitude for the light. When we can be in that state of gratitude, no matter what has happened here, we have the awareness of what's happened. So we're not burying our head in the ground, in the sand. We're just in gratitude for the entire journey. That light is a really good way to embody, remembering that, to embody that transmutation. Okay, so shall we send energy for 10 minutes? Does everyone have enough energy to do that?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
No? All right, let's do it. And you can mute yourselves, and yeah, we'll see everyone in 10 minutes. Okay. There we go. That was good. And what I was noticing in that slide was at the top it was very blue and then it went down with the golden energy. So just know that when you're breathing in the light, you're probably breathing in the blue clarity as well. And then you can expel the love because the blue and the yellow, clarity and the light turn into love, and then you expel the love. Yes. Ken, did you have something?
Yeah. While I was doing the meditation, I was made aware of the fact that we attribute through I don't know, the Judeo-Christian stuff, all the stuff that God has done that is negative, like killing all the people at Sodom and Gomorrah, and just turning Lot's wife into a pillar of salt, for example. That's just an excuse for us to say, well, if God's doing it, then it's okay for us, and we don't have to be responsible.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that would apply to the whole Judeo-Christian religion, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it.
Certainly applied to the Inquisition.
Yeah, well, of course you can take little things out of it and say, well, if God says this is okay, then okay, we can do it, and we don't have to feel guilty about it.
And so that's in the Bible, right? Is that what you're
So
saying?
that's for an example, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, Sodom and Gomorrah? Or do-
Vaguely.
Okay. Well, basically what happened is that it was such an evil place that God basically got rid of it.
Great. Can I just mention something about that, Cam?
Sure.
On the blog, there's a article called Imperator's New Revelation.
Mm-hmm.
An imperator was Malachi, the last prophet. And so he was the one who took all the prophets and made the Old Testament, right? He goes through every prophet and says, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. You might be interested to see him dismissing some of the Old Testament stories.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Imperator, yeah.
That this also applies to not the Judaism, but also from Christianity. I mean, how many things do they invoke guilt? Like it's a sandwich or something you eat?
Yes.
It's just amazing how many things that we attribute to God, and in this case, we have to feel guilty because God is, well, we've done all these things and God is perfect. But on the other hand, look at what happened. God did this and God did that. So it's pretty confusing.
Mhm. I think when we study truth, Archangel Michael goes into that a bit. He helps us understand that.
Oh,
So,
okay, good.
yeah. So we're at the high heart. Truth is it's weird because it's like the fourth eye that
Mhm.
because it's the silver colors, because truth is very silver with a bit of pink. And it's weird because that's the chakra that that's been worked on me right when I was doing this meditation. So truth. And he does, and SK talked a lot about truth with this law of transmutation, bringing everything back to original purity. So understanding. So yeah, we're really cleaning up so many things.
But it's also why people are so confused because they don't know what's right and what's real.
Yes.
So because they read these two books or these books and they think that, well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to act. Because on the
Mhm.
one hand, I'm supposed to feel guilty, and on the other hand, well, it's okay if I kill somebody.
So, I mean, I think that's all part and parcel of our ascension, the mother's clarity, which she's sending to everyone, not
Right.
just, not just special groups that have heard it. She's sending it to everyone. So
Sure.
part of our ascension for us all to remember who we are, back to our original intent and purity, like SK talks about in this law. So you can invoke the law of transmutation for the collective. Like he said, you can invoke it for a universe, for a galaxy, the smallest grain of sand. So whatever is concerning us, we can invoke. And usually what is concerning to us, we have struggled with either in this lifetime or other lifetimes. So for instance, me, I've always had this weird thing around addiction and going out and, volunteering where there's addiction. Well, guess who struggled with addiction in this lifetime? And who feels guilty? So usually what you're concerned about is a good one to turn around and say, why? What are the beliefs around it that I'm still holding on to? And as we do that, we're helping somebody else who's also struggling with the same thing.
One thing I think,
Hi, guess who's here? Come on up. Do you want to say hi?
Hey,
Hey.
hi.
those are neat jammies. Are those jammies?
No, actually,
Pajamas?
she's dressed up. Yeah, no, she's good. Oh, you want to sit down? Okay, but then they can't see you. Here, hang on. Yeah, stand up. That's right. That's right. Are you gonna wave? Yeah, wave.
Look at that smile.
Yes.
This is the best smile.
How old are you now? How old are you?
No.
Are you gonna
Oh.
Oh, you're not gonna see it. Oh.
That's
you
that's something you should be proud of.
Mhm.
You have such wisdom.
Yes. Are you gonna play peekaboo? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, where did she go? Oh, look, there's everybody. Look how fast all the boys jumped into playing peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
Amelia. Amelia. Oh, yes.
Peekaboo.
Oh.
How old are you? Oh.
You mean you don't know how old you are?
Do you know how old you are? How old are you?
She's being a 2 right now, I think.
One of the terrible twos?
Oh. Oh.
He's not terrible too.
No.
He's
No,
sweet
but I meant
too.
when she was doing this.
He's gonna be a sweet too, aren't
That's
you?
right.
No,
Sweet
Yeah.
2.
Yep.
Sweet,
Forgive me.
sweet, sweet, sweet. Yes, you are. You are sweet.
I'm gonna tickle you.
Oh, what a beautiful smile.
Yeah, beautiful smell.
Yes.
Oh, look at all those teeth. Show us your teeth. Oh, there's your tongue.
There's a tongue.
There's your teeth.
Oh, there's a teeth.
God.
Oh, wow.
Wow, she's got a whole mouthful.
Nice.
Yeah. Mhm.
Nice.
And they're so white
Oh.
looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you brush your own teeth?
Oh, peekaboo.
Sorry.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, they're all playing with you. Oh, where's Steve? Oh, where's Ken? Where are they? Where did they go? Oh, there's Ken. Where's Steve? Oh, there's Steve. Oh, where
Okay.
there they are.
Oh.
Peekaboo.
There's Amelia. Oh, there's you.
I gotta say, you women are missing out on all the fun.
Guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
The boys jumped right in.
Oh, so
Oh,
hilarious.
good.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I can hear Mama running your bath. You can have a bath now? No?
Everything's no. Huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, we're gonna play
Well,
for peekaboo.
Oh,
Oh, goodness. Dabba dabba doo. Dabba dabba
ooh.
doo.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that was so fun.
Mhm.
So, Monday we'll do meditation. And then, Wednesday we'll go, oh dear, there's more, get us back in the middle here. Okay, don't touch. Oh, I can hear your bath. You gonna run off and do your bath? You gonna wave bye-bye? Can you wave bye-bye to everybody?
Bye.
Oh, she wants to
Can't
start.
wait, bye. Yes.
Oh.
I want to push a button.
Yeah. Look, see the finger going.
Yes. I want to push a button. Come on.
Bye, Mom. She goes. Okay, so yeah, Monday's the next one. Okay,
Gonna go.
you're gonna go. Okay, bye.
Stop the recording.
Oh,
What's
the
that?
record, you have to turn the recording off.
Recording.
Oh, the recording. Oh, we were recording all that.
You can cut it out.
Got everyone.